Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. So let's zoom in, right side bottom bracket this time. So previously we saw that Chaos pretty much had no chance against Burning Abyss, so Chaos is moving on the left side of the bracket, so the loser's bracket. But like always, a loser on the left side can still win the whole thing, as in, you know, right side. Anyway. So bottom part, both of the upper decks here. So first of all we have, I guess, another title candidate being Snake Eyes, more of a Fire King variant as you see here, as we've seen a couple of times before. First place YCS deck list, again pretty straightforward. But on the other hand we have a deck that apparently, the people saying that it doesn't really have a chance against Fire King Snake Eyes, and that's Lyrilusc, Bird Up, Tri-Brigade, however you want to call it, but I think a lot of people are forgetting is that this deck has access to a couple of banned cards, looking at Simorgh, the Simorgh Link 3, that, you know, prevents targeting, special summons from the deck. And speaking of special summoning from the deck, there is the Wind Barrier statue. The Barrier statue is an unfair card. If you get it out, it's very hard for the Fire King Snake Eyes to get rid of that. So I even though, what was it, 15% or even less for Bird Up, for Lyrilusc, I think that's too less. Like, I've read going first, obviously, but it's actually true. Going first, but I mean, have you seen the hand traps? Both decks draw droplets. So, okay, going first is important, but looking at Tri-Brigade, like that droplet over there, that plus the talents, but the problem is the monsters aren't that great. Like both of the monsters here in the hand, they what is it? They cannot special summon themselves, so I have like 0 plays unless I maybe force out a monster effect, and then always the case drawing. Same with desires and yeah, the pots, right? You're always drawing multiple copies of them, so we're losing this one. There's no way. I was like, I mean, not even setting the droplet. Like here, yeah, because of, I guess it's probably just too delicious to tag out. And was this? Ah, this was the end phase. Yeah, okay. Anyway, okay, so let's see. We get drawled, but now we actually have some plays. So, even though this is not the best play, but I mean, we're under drawl, so again, going for the rank 1 doesn't really, this to not make sense. Let's see, we are giving up the Simorgh Link, but because that one needs a wing beast, yeah. Because we hard draw, or at least we hard through the barrier statue, and as it is, or as it was with, you know, a couple of other decks in the past, normal summon barrier statue, GG. Especially with, what is it, the Ancient Warrior one that bounces? Like, how are they going to get rid of that? Obviously Imperm, plus, I mean, they have one set that might be Imperm, but it probably would have inactivated. I missed it, what it was. But, yeah, this should be more than enough. Yeah, we can special summon. We can play the game. That's how it goes. Okay, so going second. This is a much better going second hand. Droplet with pot. You know, and the Lyrilusc search card, and again the two same monsters, so that's a bit awkward, but I mean, we're getting the draw phase, the 2 draws off of desires. Worst case scenario, we're drawing desires off of desires, I guess. Anyway, so let's see. Okay. The Volcanix pivots into the Fire King engine. Okay, that makes sense. I guess with zombie, I mean, is it worth it to make zombie vampire? Probably not. Just leave your Flame Burge there for Masquerina. Yeah, this makes sense. And then the Promethean Princess Reborn. I mean, this is just standard Snake Eyes, right? Like, oh, what's Fire King? Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, co-link with Phoenix. So Sunlight Wolf getting Kirin back? Wasn't Kirin in the hands? Probably not. So let's see. We need to tonic something. Let's see. The Avian, terrible, and the Spell, terrible. So both of these draws were terrible. And you could have... Let me see. Was the play to go for droplet? The problem here, the Promethean is still there. That's the deal, right? Plus we know that there is Kirin, and Kirin can you know, destroy any fire. This special summons the what is it? The big guy from the graveyard that pops something that gives them the opportunity to exceed. So I was like, I wanted to keep the droplet on a crucial timing, on a crucial play, like here. Because the only way, like here is Zeus, right? So let's see. But I think we are 1 material short. Yeah. Because did we actually need to discard or detach? Yeah, it might have been the case. Because now we lose the imperm, right? But if I'm honest, like imagine blowing up the entire field twice. But I should recheck that. But blowing up the entire field twice, I don't think it mattered. Because of the entire hand still, the follow-up plays and 1 Fire King pop, and you still have your Garonix and your whole galore of Fire King engine. So it is what it is. Okay, we get Null Charmed. So let's see. We go for draw with Talons. The thing is that we don't know their hand, but we are going for the Simorgh probably. So we go for Omen, banish Kirin, and sure, we're giving them a couple of draws. They already used Ash, that's important, and I believe Simorgh cannot be targeted, so no Imperm. Plus the monsters that Simorgh is pointing towards to, those monsters also cannot be targeted. So basically the barrier statue, like how are you getting over that? You cannot special summon bar wins. So this prevents the avian summon, if it's still there. Probably we draw the trap, fantastic, delicious. So now we go for the bouncer ride, basically securing our victory. I mean, what can we lose to, especially with the trap? So the Simorgh link, yep, special summoning avian for an omni negation. So this is GG. Like imagine, like if a 5-gamer, but imagine that. Whatchamacallit, Lyrilusc Tri-Brigade was going first, like in game number 1, ooh, would have been really iffy. Because now the point is we're looking towards non-engine, and the fact that we are hopefully able to break the board. We do have Nip, 1 for 1 is okay-ish, Desires is again Desires, but I mean it's fine though. But they are able to go for the Azamina, so there's already an omnication ready. I mean, the Nip is going to force that one out, like Nip is fantastic against that deck. Let's see, this is probably just going to be a standard Fire King Masquerina into Little Knight into Garonix standard board, right? So let's see, are we able to potentially plow through with Zeus? It kind of depends on our draws. What's there going second? Droplets, Talents. I need those cards. I mean, we're obviously using Nip eventually to get rid of the fusion. So there are some plays, but our 6th card needs to be fantastic. So we reveal Nip indeed. Stays in hand, might be just a discard card for the 1 for 1. So let's see. We need what did I tell you? Desires into Desires are always the case. So that's getting negated by Ash. Oh, the Ash is kind of big. This gives us another search, potential extender. Let's see. Are we able to break the board? So yeah, this was kind of expected. The problem here is that, okay, I'm probably just working towards Zeus, but they just have far too many interruptions, like Little Knight, and plus follow-up play. Little Knight, getting rid of something, and as soon as I activate something, they can just banish. Promethean enters, and here I make a small mistake, I think. Doesn't the Nightingale state that if you detach, your wing beast cannot be destroyed? Isn't that the case? I think that's the case. At least I vaguely remember something like that. Because I do have an extending play, but I think I lock myself into wins. Right? So I can't go for Zeus. At least I would not have been able to go for Zeus. Unless I'm mistaken, but I think the Lyrilusc locks you into... What is it? Wins? I should have used the Nightingale, because this prevents the Kirin pop, but again, I'm not like, look at that hand, I'm not so sure if it mattered. Especially with the Ponix searching whatever, again another Fire King Island, and what can I do? There's nothing I could have done about this, I feel. So it is what it is, so I feel the coin toss was definitely important. Like, it's always important, but for this going first, barrier statue, because of that, that's super important. Okay, so anyway, the next one, we have Spellbooks. Spellbooks versus Trooper Monarch. So that's, what is it, 5-6 years difference between both these decks. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like. If you enjoyed the video, Riddim signing out. Peace.